So it's recording now. I'm just going to put a picture up to show it. This is the girl that started it all off. This is the girl that used to Farsnose. This is the same one that's connected to these rich people, the Dornays, who's married to them, who is connected to Boris Johnson, who I believe, possibly, highly likely, they knew well before about me, and they set her up to marry this person specifically. This picture's from Facebook. She hasn't took it down. I've asked her to take it down. Now it's either her or it's them pretending to be her. They've got a picture from her. She hasn't responded to me at all. She was very, very nasty to me, and she married a rich bloke that was a queer and who was doing devil signs. I've got very little respect for her. And she used to live down Bartram's Avenue. She's a total hypocrite. And she's been forced to do it. She's never got back to me. That's that picture. I'm a bit stressed now, so I'll take that away. They also work for the newspapers, and Ira Dornay works for the government. He's obviously connected to the Johnsons. All I can say is my brother got his DNA back from a company in Israel called, I forgot what it's called, I think it's My Heritage. I've got that, I can prove it. I could get up in a little while. And there's direct connections somewhere through there to the Wentworth family from Rotherham and Churchill. And Grandad used to live not far from Pembroke Castle. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but this is what these people are like. I can well assure you, and I was born on the 3rd as well. Well sure you people watching this, right? This is what these people are like. That's why they've got power, because they've had this for years, and they're Satanists. Obviously, a lot of them. They've been having this power for years over this country, right? And their times are up. It should be. We've all had enough of them. They're no good. They're good for nothing, right? They brought no trouble to lots of trouble to this country. So I don't need to go over if anyone's intellectual and lives on counter states. They know exactly what they've done. They're corrupt. Maybe not all of them are bad, but there's some a small family or whatever they are controlling it, and they're rotten to the core, mate. So I'll drag up another picture. See, of the newspaper on the 4th of March. Sorry, it's the wrong one. That's something else. So I'm only doing this because if that girl is very depressed and angry, she's a fool to have anything to do with them people, mate. Now, this is the Sun newspaper, which the Dornays work for, which I can prove. It's come up on there because I'm so stressed, but it's come up on one of them things. And here you've got this man who's allegedly committed suicide, and I'm not being nasty here. I'm not a nasty person. I don't believe I am. I've got Christian beliefs. He's saying he's dead. He's dead at 49. They've already hassled me on the internet pretending to be Sarah Armstrong after my brother got them DNA results, the connection to the Royals. So around the 4th, which I've got the video anyway, which I don't have to prove everything because I've already proven a couple of things at Branch Police Station when I went down there and complained to them on the 4th, and then they stole my bike. And now we got this, they work for the Sun for God's sakes, and then we got the 4th of March, he's allegedly died. My birthday's the 3rd. The people in the band are from around Branch area started up, and they're into techno music, and I was into techno music, and I own Simps and I own Simps. It's very fishy to me. It might be a coincidence, hopefully it is. And then you've got in the corner, you've got Winston Churchill, which we're related to. This is how these people work. I can well assure you. They cause you no end of trouble as soon as you step on their feet. Some of them are Satanists. They know more than you think. They're mostly cowards, I think. They've got no guts, real guts. But anyway, we'll take that off. That's dated Tuesday, March the 5th, 2019. and also I've been putting up quite a lot on the internet about them, so mostly on YouTube and then deleting it. But anyway, let's just take that away. Let's put up this, which I can put up there anyway. So this is the actual proof. So I'm not actually don't know why it's come up. I'm not actually lying here. People can see the proof themselves. Now, there's no way for this to be a lie. It can only be done either at my heritage, which is the place in, I think, as far as I know, suburbs of Tel Aviv in Israel, or that's the only place to do, or I'm lying, and I'd have to get it sent by the person because the information don't come up. So I can well assure I'm not lying. And the connection here, it says the lady, which is Susan Slater, she's got some crown or something saying, I think she's 5% of our connection. She's an auntie. Sir Winston Churchill and Wentworth. So, and also I find it very odd that, say, my dad's born on the 1st of 3rd of January, sister 3rd of February, and then I'm the 3rd of the 3rd. I find that very odd. But anyway. Don't think I can find my birth, proof of my birth. Hold on. Let's see. Let's have a look for Dawn to prove that they are, who I said they work for the newspapers. They're rotten apples. They're prostitutes for the government. If they want to face me on one of their own, they won't. They're absolute cowards, mate. It's making me very angry because they've got no guts. If they were hard people, they have guts. They do it behind the government, behind Braintree Police, but behind MI5, the London Police. All the shady people get criminals to get you to beat you up. They're absolute flaming cowards. Absolute cowards. And people would know this from Braintree that a bloke, I don't name him, he's a rotten apple, mate. And people know him from mentioning him, and they didn't do anything when he beat me up, and they deliberately went and didn't interview the witnesses, and that's back in 2015. So they're just flaming rotten apples, basically. God's got to punish them. Sorry, he's got to punish them soon, right? Because they've been doing it for years to this country, ruining this country and other countries. So it's another one that Sarah Armstrong's put on there. It's part of that same thing, I think. It's not amazing when you've abused people very badly. As I said, she can call me out, and it's my prerogative. If I don't find a girl attractive, that's not a problem. As long as I don't treat her badly, like unchristian-like, there's not a problem. Obviously, if it's someone that's not a very nice person, obviously you're not going to want to hang around with them, and they haven't got Christian beliefs. But they're not catching me out on these girls. I've applied to another one. She married Emma Boswell, her previous name was. Won't say the name now, but she married a man at also Cambridge. Work out what you want, you know. Quite opposite to me. But I ain't got no right to call the police. The police should come back them because some of them are just so rotten apples, mate. And they've got them all dodgy in all stations. And they've got no guts. I'll stand by that. 100% they've got no guts. No guts. That says a lot of them. No guts. got no guts. They got guts to come on their own, but only they're going to come if it's a vulnerable person. They don't come if they know they're going to get trouble on their own. They're very evil people, mate. Sorry. God has got to punish. He's got to punish them severely. Severely, mate. They wouldn't do it again because they're cowards. They wouldn't get up again from it if they were punished severely. They would get up from a little thing. A lot of these people have had very good lives, and they're quite weedy people. I believe 100%. They're very weedy people. Very weedy. But anyway, I don't make myself angry today. I mean, the police, right, have caused a lot of problems in this country. They're involved in instigating a lot of the trouble. They're behind a lot of these fake terrorist attacks. You know, I don't know if they are, but people behind them, shadowy parts of the government, you know, Bishopsgate, St Mary Axe, right? Prove it. So if it's the RA, then why didn't they kill loads of people? Why was it done one on a Saturday? Well, there's no rich people around, so it's obviously their friends. 5-year-old will tell you this. And Friday night, well, it was about, I'm not sure what the time was, but it was way after all of them had gone to work. Now, I've walked around there when I used to live there in a hostel in London, so I know just the goings on of the city of London. I know when people are about and stuff, so they can't pull the wool over my eyes, mate. So I don't believe what they're saying. Absolutely don't believe it. It doesn't make sense. They're full of waffle. They're known to do these things. They're known to be full of waffle, mate. They're not telling you. They're telling you not porkies. They're telling you a load of lies, mate. And God has got to judge them. He's got to judge them. He can't keep on not doing it. They've come unless they're being blackmailed or something. I don't believe all of them are. I think they're liars. I think a lot of them are involved in dodgy things. So I won't say any more. Because it's very light, my brain's gone a bit. So I'm very physically ill and handicapped. So they're right doing to this evil, mate. And that girl is as thick as she can come, mate. And she's been really blackmailed. She's as thick as they come. That Sarah Armstrong. And Linda Armstrong, and the people at church like Smith, he knows, mate, about it. They're all dodgy people there, mate, and they know they're guilty, mate. They know they're guilty, mate. She is a rotten apple, Sarah. She had such a good start, mate. She's an absolute rotten apple, mate. It'll come back on her, mate, and she'll regret it for eternity. I'm not saying I wish her in hell, but she's been so old to me. Not one ounce of niceness, but this rich queer bloke, which we'll get, I could get the picture up. Look, let's get him up. This rich queer bloke's doing devil signs. Not a problem with him. Such hypocrisy, mate. And I mean, not one day out of over 8,000 days she's made any niceness to me. And all I did was shout for letterbox, and what do I call her? Whore. And she's turned out to be one. I'm not trying to be horrible to her. I'm saying a fact. These people we've got to remember, they're the richest people in this. They went to, one of them went to flipping Harrow, for crying out loud. They don't get any richer than that. People know how much it is. There's about 120 people go there, right? So people know this don't add up, mate. Anyone with any brains would know, especially if they've had anything to deal with army intelligence or military intelligence, if they're watching this or listening to it, know that this is a flipping very fishy and big. They know it is. It's obvious to a 5-year-old. So I can't find my birthday thing. Somewhere here. I'm going to put it. Also, another thing is you can't sue the police. So that means they're obviously witchcraft and obviously Satanists, because any normal country that was genuine, you'd sue the police when they're abusing you. You'd be able to sue them.